Hi, I'm Travis, and this is How to Survival. Today I'm going to be putting in a garden, so stay tuned. I plan on putting the garden in right over here. I've got markers placed here, 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 and I'll be putting the fourth one in later. I selected what I was going to plant based on what I was going to eat and the type of plant it is, whether it's like maybe it's a root food or a flower like broccoli or cauliflower or what have you, because I don't know what kind of bugs are going to be in this area or what's going to grow best in this area. So I went for just a variety. We'll see what takes, if anything, but the water table rises and lowers so much, I'm probably going to plant like 2 seeds each time I come down, 2 seeds a week. These are the seeds I plan on planting. Only stuff I eat. A couple different kinds of radishes, a couple different kinds of lettuce, a couple different kinds of carrots, some corn. We've got a lot of Japanese knotweed, some of that American bamboo around here, so maybe tall plants grow better. I don't know, we'll see. Cantaloupe. I've never tried this, and I don't remember why I picked this package out, so yeah. Broccoli and cucumber. Now, if any of those take off, I'm going to be planting them again next year if I still have this location, as well as whatever I can forage. If I can pull up a whole plant by the root and plant it in my garden area, and it takes, then I'll try and do that. Some lamb's ear would be an example. I'm unaware of its nutritional properties, but it is a good medicinal herb, so that'll be one of them that'll end up here if I can get it. And I did see a log around here somewhere that was growing what I believe to be chicken of the woods, a type of mushroom. And I'm going to confirm that with some books I have at home and then probably drag that log over here too. So I'll have a whole forage area right next to my shelter. Now I'm going to start pulling up weeds. A lot of it's poison ivy, so I got my gloves on. And I actually got poison ivy recently. I did a medicinal, like a field repair on myself for poison ivy treatment. And it wasn't jewelweed like most of you might have heard of. I actually used plantain to try and draw the oils from the poison ivy out of my skin and then washed it off. I left the plantain on a poultice for a day, washed it off, and then I left it uncovered to see if it would spread. Big risk for me, but it didn't, so it was a great success. It took a while to heal, but it didn't spread. This is Japanese knotweed, a very small version of the plant you see in forests behind me, but it is edible, preferably when it's young, from what I understand. I've tried it before. Some people say it's great, some people say it's awesome. I'm not one of them, but it's edible, so yeah. Stuff grows so common around here, there's no reason for world hunger. See, I'm not pulling any of these up because this is all the root I get, and I know Japanese knotweed, it throws up its plant. The root system travels underground and then throws up a plant every now and then, and this is the kind of thing I'm looking for. This is the root system of Japanese knotweed. And as long as this is in the ground, it's going to keep coming up year after year. And how fast this stuff grows, probably month after month. Fourth marker. I'm making a tool for tilling the ground now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this section here is going to be my handle, and then I'm going to cut to like here, and I'm going to dig this part. Basically, I'm just going to dig into the earth and pull, and it's going to be my my hoe. I hope it's not too dry that it would just break. But I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Dear God, things shouldn't move in the leaves. I'll bet he's peeing in my hand right now. No pee! So the idea being, I just kind of, yeah. Alright, now let's try this bad boy out. I was worried. I thought it'd be a little heavy, but cuts through the earth pretty nice. Alright, I just finished turning and leveling the soil. Now I'm going to get to planting. One thing I forgot to mention earlier. I got a whole bag of potatoes that starts growing because I didn't get to them fast enough. So they're going in the garden too. So since I have a buttload of potatoes, I'm just going to dig a hole and plop them in a corner over there. And since I'm putting them in a corner, I'm planting my seeds here because they're going to take longer to sprout than those are. I don't want to mix up my seeds with the potatoes. So I'm going to start planting the row of plants here. I'm going to do probably 2 seeds a day. That way, whenever I come back, I can harvest when they're ripe, and I don't suddenly have like 100 lettuce all at the same time because I did it once a week. But since the potatoes are going over here, I think I'm going to start with the root vegetables over here, and then go that way. I don't know where I'm going to put the cucumber because that's a type of squash, and it's going to be like a vine plant. It's going to take over. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I've got my garden divided up here. I'm putting the potatoes in the far right corner, cantaloupe in the far left, and cucumber in the middle, because those are both vine plants. They're gonna need some room. Carrots and radishes, I'm planting probably 5 radishes at a time, 2 carrots at a time per week. Then I'm gonna have the broccoli, probably 1 at a time, and then corn. I don't know if any of it's going to come up. I guess I'll put it all in at once. That way if it comes up, I know it's there. And if it doesn't, I can just keep planting carrots and radishes over there. Alright, now I'm going to start by digging the hole for the potatoes. I'd like to say that it doesn't have to be deep or they need to be spread out or whatever, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never planted potatoes before. So I'm just going to dig a hole and throw potatoes in them. And then bury them. Alright, my wife's all done watching me suffer, so now she told me that she knows how to plant potatoes after I already dug this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a nice row and throw them in that row, and apparently they're going to spread outward and take up this area like that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, by night I'm a clown. Alright, I've got two different kinds of potatoes. I've got regular and Redskins. Now, I'm going to kind of separate them a little. They're probably going to get mixed in as they grow, as they expand underground. But I'm going to put Redskins up front and center because I like Redskins more. Alright, so these are shoots and these are roots. Roots face down, shoots face up. Now, for these potatoes, I don't really care. I have enough of them. I'm sure I'm going to get a plant, no problem. But the Redskins, although I'm sure I'm going to get a plant, I really, really like. So I'm going to take care and make sure roots are down and shoots are up for these. Now the cantaloupe and cucumber being a vine type plant, I'm not going to need all these seeds to create all those plants because all those plants are going to create a ton of fruit for me. And I'm just going to plant them all at once and weed out the weak ones and cultivate the strongest. Use that one or two plants, however many I can fit in this small space, to produce however much fruit I need. That's the theory of it. This handy tool is what's called a digging stick. It's a stick used for digging. There is no special feature to this utensil, but we give it a special name so it feels important. So if you're saving seeds, I guess the idea is that a seed's germination potential is reduced by 10% per year. Just a friendly little tip if you're doing this for long term or homesteading. That's all I know about seed saving. Also keep them in a cool and dry area if possible. That's all I know. Cucumbers now. The seed looks very similar to cantaloupe. Same thing as cantaloupe, half-inch depth. Radishes. One of the packages said a half-inch depth, the other said a quarter-inch depth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my stick in the ground to make a hole, and a seed's going in it. Now I'm planting carrots. Alright, now I've got two different kinds of lettuce and broccoli. I'm going to put both in this space because I'm not going to eat much of either of those in a single week. So I'm mixing the two different kinds of lettuce together now because I don't care which one comes up. I'm thinking I could probably eat one broccoli a week because it's a whole head of broccoli and two things of lettuce. So that's how I'm going to plant them. Alright, so lettuce should take anywhere from 45 to 85 days to harvest, and the broccoli should take 85 days. Alright, corn, sow depth 1 inch, harvest time 90 days. Alright, so that's my garden. If the water table goes up, nothing may grow. If the soil is bad, nothing may grow. If the seeds are too old, nothing may grow. A million things could go wrong here, or a million things could go right, and I could get more food than I need, in which case I just give it to my friends and family. But we'll see how it goes. I hope you enjoyed this episode of How to Survival. If you liked it, hit the like button. Please subscribe, and don't forget to tune in next time to How to Survive.